So this was also on my recommended, not my recommended, but reaction request on Discord, and I figured it's been a while since the passing of Jason David Frank, and I think I'm okay to talk about him briefly and basically go over what went on before he took his life. So, also apologies for the noise in the background. That's my hot water boiling. I'm gonna need to drink something while I'm talking about this. But this is by Mr. Weenie Productions. Context: why Jason David Frank hated Lord Drakkon and turned down Power Rangers once and always. Now, I didn't know nothing about this, so this is going to be something that it's going to be new information to me, because I didn't know nothing about this. So, without further ado, let's talk about it.
What's going on, guys? I am John from Mr. Weenie Productions, and to kick things off, I want to say thank you all very much for watching my video on JDF. I received so much feedback as well as some constructive criticism which I want to address, and I'm also going to provide some context about what happened between JDF and Hasbro at the permission of Aaron from Bat in the Sun, as he is the one who witnessed all of this. For starters, someone in the comments said that JDF doesn't own Tommy Oliver and that Hasbro has every right to use his likeness. That is true, but at the same time, it's the principle. Jason didn't want any part of the anniversary special, and after years of saying yes to returning, the one time he tells them no, all of a sudden, it's an issue. Even though he is no longer with us, the best way Hasbro could have honored his memory was to give him what he wanted. He never said stop making toys of him, he just didn't want to be in the special. Someone else commented saying that the original Blue Ranger actor had an idea to make his own Power Ranger series called Quantum Continuum. But that, however, was never made official. That was a different project. The original plans for Hasbro's Power Rangers reunion was going to be focused on Tommy and him trying to get his powers back. Another comment I got, and I saw several of these, is how Bat in the Sun is lying because it's getting close to the release of White Dragon and he wants to make money. White Dragon won't be released until Labor Day weekend, which is in September, so with all due respect, that argument is invalid. And in regards to people saying I'll only believe it if JDF says it, I'll get into that very soon. But before I do, people were also asking, why did JDF hate Lord Drakkon, and why didn't he say anything sooner? Aaron breaks everything down right here.
These people are asking, why did Jason not like Lord Drakkon? Well, in the beginning he did, because that was based off a similar story. I can't say that, not the whole thing at least, obviously some things were changed, but basically, it's kind of a long story, but we pitched the story to Saban years ago, long before Lord Drakkon came out, with a very, very similar story and a very similar design and so forth. And then I knew Kyle Higgins, and I introduced Kyle to Jason, and basically, that idea kind of took a left turn, but then Lord Drakkon came out of that, and Jason was very excited about that, and it did not turn into what Jason was promised or what he thought it was, and Jason felt very kind of betrayed by it. So while he loved that the fans loved the character, and Jason always loved the fans, and he always loved fans celebrating Power Rangers, and he never wanted anyone to dislike Power Rangers or dislike the brand, because he felt that he helped build the brand and he never wanted that to be tarnished. But he felt that a lot of people involved with that sadly were not truthful or being honest, and he ended up unfriending people and really kind of keeping them at a distance. So he really hated what Lord Drakkon symbolized, because it symbolized the same kind of deceit and betrayal that a lot of the industry had already shown Jason in years past.
There you go, and I hope that clears things up to those who were asking. I see also...
Okay, hold on. Just 1 second. Because I don't know if that cleared anything up. you basically just said that he liked it he liked Lord Drakkon in verse. They pitched the idea first to Saban. Saban said no. Then years later, when the comics had brought it up again, then they decided that they were okay with it. And Jason loved the idea, but Saban still was being iffy about it. I said it before and I'll say it again. Saban is the reason. Saban is the reason. The people who work in Saban is the reason why Power Rangers isn't where it should be right now. And it's taking forever for us to get there because of this fact. Because someone with their know-it-all attitude are buzzing in the ears of the people who are making this stuff, saying that we shouldn't do this, we should shoot that, we shouldn't make this character like this, we should make it like that. How long is this shit going to go on? Because honestly, I'm going to talk about Lord Drakkon. So the character Lord Drakkon I loved initially because it's Tommy turning evil on his own without Rita's help, without the magic spell that was placed upon him. So I loved Lord Drakkon like that because he stayed evil and he had built an empire and killed Rita off and basically controlled his own empire. The problem that I had with Lord Drakkon is now he's just there, and it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. I liked it better when Lord Drakkon won and that was the end of it. But then they keep going further with it. And Lord Drakkon is just there while everything else is going apart. And I'm just like, and then to even more, what was crazy is that in the comics, they have Lord Drakkon imprisoned, and it's like he should be just as much more of a threat like Lord Zed is in the comics, where he's still thriving. Lord Drakkon should be still thriving and everything, but they just shelved him, and it's just, I don't know if that's the reason why Jason didn't like him anymore. Didn't like the character Lord Drakkon, because Lord Drakkon, the character, should get more story. I feel it should be getting more story. But that's just how I feel. Like I said, I don't know if that cleared everything up about it, because I still don't know the full reason as to why exactly Jason didn't like Lord Drakkon anymore. I mean, I get it. The executives of Saban did him dirty. That goes without saying. The executives of Saban should just they need to just quit being involved in Power Rangers, period. They need to just stop. Because you're ruining shit for the fans. You're ruining shit for the rest of us to enjoy.
Aaron is getting some hate for speaking out. Let me tell you something. He is not the type of person that's going to make things up out of thin air. I know there are certain celebrities and public figures that have done that, which I agree is very disgusting, and because of it, it makes it difficult to trust anything nowadays. But when it comes to Aaron, he always has facts to back up his claims. You can ask him yourself. He doesn't shy away from tough questions. So instead of calling him names and saying he's fake and whatever else, why not just communicate? He does his best to respond to everyone. This is also someone who worked alongside JDF for a while and was his friend for years. Not weeks, not months, years. And in doing so, you tend to see a lot of things in the entertainment industry that are good and other things that are not so good. And sadly for the actors, as well as JDF, they can't speak out when they want to due to NDA/non-disclosure agreements. So to those of you who are asking why he didn't speak out sooner, that's why. As for me, I just found out about this recently, and I myself also questioned it, and I learned that everything Aaron said lines up with so many things that JDF said in the past about Hasbro, and so on. This is something he wanted to talk about, but again, at the time, he couldn't. And in regards to people saying that Aaron is lying and how JDF would never say that about Hasbro in the reunion and how it's just hearsay on Aaron's part, here is the context.
Jason basically was given the story outline for the 30th anniversary, and Jason read it and then messaged me real quick. He has sent me other messages regarding this as well, but this was his first initial reaction.
Okay.
After he read the outline.
Now, before I play this clip, I'm going to warn you all right now, this is really heavy. If you're someone who believes Aaron, or if you're sensitive to profanity, I would recommend skipping this part and going to this timestamp.
Just play it!
Here. If you're someone who thinks Aaron is lying and will only believe it if JDF says it, then you need to listen to this part. This is not misinformation, speculation.
Just play it.
There's
Fuck that
nothing
shit.
shady
Just play
going
it.
on. If there was, I'd be the first to tell you. But Bat in the Sun is not to blame.
I just talked to Hasbro about the reunion. It's almost like they're stealing the fucking legend of White Dragon. Tommy hiding from his family. They gotta convince him to come back to get his powers.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's like a little bit. That's a much longer thing. But
So Hasbro. Okay, so Hasbro stole the idea. Hasbro basically was going to do the same thing that Jason was trying to do with Bat in the Sun. He was trying to have a different kind of story where it involved him. Hasbro, listen. That wasn't right. That wasn't right. Especially the fact that Jason David Frank was working on that project for a good amount of time. And he was advertising the living fuck out of it. And people clearly saw that. And for you to just do that and then throw it in his face, like he's not going to recognize his own story. Like, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Like, you know he was trying to push the White Dragon. He was trying to really push the White Dragon, and y'all just decided to do that? Like, come on, yo. Come on. That's not right. That isn't right.
just to give you context, not fronting a lot of stuff on there.
Rest in peace, Jason David Frank. A few people in the comments have said that ideas get taken all the time in the show business and how it's just the nature of the industry, but I say again, it's the principle. White Dragon was meant to be a passion project that JDF wanted to make for the fans.
Exactly.
And you would think that with all the time he put into Power Rangers, that Hasbro would come up with something more creative.
Right.
And plus, it would have just been another Tommy-focused episode. Someone else also said that it might have just been miscommunication and misplaced feelings. Hasbro knew what they were doing.
I know.
Jason saw through it, and he wanted better for both himself and the fans.
Right.
And the less Hasbro did that, the more frustrated he got. I get
Yeah,
where...
because seriously, and I'm being all the way serious with you. The idea should have been focused on all of the Rangers. Like how they're doing now. The idea should have been focused on more world building and more lining up with the history of Power Rangers, with all the Rangers, all of the OG Rangers, like they're doing now. It should have been like that from the jump. We didn't need another whole Tommy episode when we were literally getting that from Bat in the Sun. We literally were getting that from Bat in the Sun. Why would you make another type like that when these other actors are literally right there that you can pay, that haven't been in the business for years. David Yost, for example, hadn't been in a Power Rangers thing for years until now. Like, come on, man. Come on. Y'all have got to. The one thing that I am going to, I'm going to make a video about this because this needs to be said. The one problem that Power Rangers continues to have is vision. Y'all's vision needs to be bigger. It has to be bigger than just one character. Yes, I understand. Tommy was a very big thing in Power Rangers, but there's more. But Power Rangers is more than just one person, for real. Hasbro, Saban, y'all gotta understand that Power Rangers is a lot bigger than that. It's a lot bigger than that. You have all of these actors, all of these characters that you have put in Power Rangers that's just sitting there right now that y'all can make so many side projects about. So many. Shoot, y'all say y'all don't want to do y'all don't want to copy off of Super Sentai anymore. Look what Super Sentai is still doing. Super Sentai and just Tokusatsu in general. They're making all of these specials with all of the with other Rangers, other characters. They're doing all this other kinds of stuff, and they've been doing that for years. And the fact that we are just tiptoeing around this shit makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And that's the reason why Super Sentai and Kamen Rider and just Tokusatsu stuff in general will always win. It's not because of the fact of the material. It's because of the fact that they are taking these characters and they're actually world building around them. They're doing something with these characters after the series ends. After the series ends, they're doing something with them. Y'all can't say that I'm lying. They're actually doing something. Movie specials, episode specials, crossovers. Literally. Special episodes while the show is going on. Special episodes featuring characters whose series have been ended years ago. They're doing something with them. Why is it taking so long for Power Rangers to do that? And Super Sentai doesn't have a huge budget either. Their budget is small. But yet, they're doing it though. They're doing it though. So come on. There is, I don't care if y'all keep saying, like, that's the industry for you. No. That needs to stop being, that needs to stop being an excuse. When you got another region that is blowing that out of the water and just doing it. I'm not saying that everything they do is perfect, but hey, they're trying. They're putting their first foot forward. They're putting the first foot forward, okay? They're trying. Come on now. Like we can't keep making excuses for this shit. Next thing you know, they're gonna make they're gonna rip off of Power Rangers Unworthy. And they've been working on their project for a good summer years now. Hasbro's probably gonna do something like that. Y'all try to rip off of Power Rangers Unworthy. I would love to see them try and fail. That, you know what? That's and for real, that is the big reason. Other than Jason being gone, other than Jason David Frank passing away, that is the reason why Amy Jo Johnson and a whole bunch of other characters, and a whole bunch of other actors said no. That is the reason. That's the reason why a lot of actors decide to step away. It's because of the blatant bullcrap.
You're coming from, but try putting yourself in his shoes. And say, for example, you are promised 10 different things and you only get 3. Would that be just miscommunication and misplaced feelings? Or would it be the suits and ties not being worthy of your trust anymore?
Right.
Also, how do you fake years upon years of frustration? Think about that.
And don't get me wrong, Jason loved Power Rangers. He didn't dislike Power Rangers. What he disliked the people behind it that were controlling it, and he was frustrated with that. And he was frustrated with giving his all and not getting anything in returns. And he hated seeing the fans disappointed time and time again. And he was like, I know how to make them happy. Let me do this. And then the studios would either, they basically lead him on and then not do it.
So basically, I'll give an example for what he just said. Y'all remember that that Shattered Grid video that got hella views that I did a reaction to a couple of years ago, where Jason David Frank was playing as Lord Drakkon? Why is there no special about that? Y'all did a trailer featuring that, but why was there no special movie about that? Super Sentai does that shit all the fucking time. They make a trailer, they do at least a 50-minute special. Is it perfect? No, but they did it. It's out there. You telling me that you had this man be in that suit with that makeup on just to play a trailer? Just to partake in a teaser trailer of something that never came to be fruition in real life, which honestly was the very thing that a lot of fans wanted. We wanted Jason David Frank to play as Lord Drakkon in a Power Rangers little special where it was featuring Lord Drakkon's whole story. And y'all couldn't do that. Couldn't be done. Why? 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 Y'all could have got other actors to play as the younger team, as the younger OG team, and then a flashback years later and J. David Frank is Lord Drakkon. Y'all could have did that. You could have did that. Why? Why was that just shunned? You know how long you know how much I wanted that? How much I was waiting for that? When I did that reaction, I was hyped. Y'all should know. Saban Clan knows I was hyped for that. And we didn't get it. Why? I don't know. I was mad. Y'all wasted my time and a lot of other fans' time that actually wanted. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it. I didn't give a damn if it was 50 minutes. I didn't give a damn if it was 30 minutes. I wanted to see it. I just wanted to see. I wanted to see more of that. But no, we didn't get that. We didn't get it. It's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap.
Don't ever feel that Jason didn't like Power Rangers. He loved Power Rangers. He loved everything that it stood for.
This is making me hot.
He just was frustrated that it wasn't handled the way or optimally to service the fans.
Understandable.
Someone also commented saying that certain YouTubers are giving JDF's family a hard time. I don't know what the deal is behind that, but if you're watching this, whoever you are that's doing that, please stop.
Yeah, seriously.
Family matters, as well as what went on in JDF's marriage, was something he went out of his way to keep private.
Exactly.
He rarely ever talked about that in his streams, social media, and wherever else. I know he would have Tammy and Jenna in videos from time to time, but when it came to personal and legal matters, that was something Jason chose not to talk about. And if he did, it was either in a courtroom or with his wife. Now, if any of that was made public, which I know some of it was, People can talk about it as long as they are respectful.
Right.
I know many of you are still angry about what happened, and believe me, I am right there with you. I am not judging. However, getting angry at his family is not the answer.
It's not.
It will not solve anything. It will not bring him back. And it's not something Jason would want fans to focus on.
Right.
It's the big corporations that are at fault.
Right.
Lying to actors, lying to fans, yet the suits and ties will always talk about morals and ethics and how they want to amplify everybody's voices, which is a complete freaking lie.
Yeah.
This is why I never auditioned for Power Rangers. I didn't want to be called a helmet head, as well as be handcuffed and paid to do and say things I didn't want to do. Because in a way, when you do that, you give up part of your freedom. You're only allowed to say certain things that the suits and ties want you to say. How many years did JDF do that? How many times did he show restraint after being lied to nonstop? And how many times did he want to speak out but couldn't because of either NDAs or wondering if fans would be upset? All of this was on his plate, and eventually it came to a head. But I refuse to blame his family. You know why? Because every marriage out there has some type of issue or problem. They are not perfect. And sometimes when it comes to things we don't expect, there is only so much we can do. We all miss JDF. And I think the best thing we can do to honor his memory is to treat each other right and learn from what he tried to teach us about big corporations, mental health, martial arts, and so on. To those of you who are still angry as I am, take control of that anger and emotion and direct it towards what JDF tried to warn us about in regards to big corporations by spreading the word to as many people as you can and by voting with your wallets. If you want to see real change, start there. Let me know what you think, and until next time, this is John from Mr. Winnie Productions signing out. And one last thing before I go, ever since my last post, I'm seeing more and more people talk about how JDF had a dark side, how he did this and that, and how he was a very complicated person. JDF is not here to defend himself, so I will leave you with this.
He's an actor you don't know. I was talking to a friend the other day, and Jonathan, shout out. People don't know the actors. You know their characters. So
right.
Stay in love with the characters and don't get involved with an actor's life unless you know them. And don't let it damper your hopes or, these guys play heroes. All right, not all of them are. I make bad choices too. We all make bad choices. We all make mistakes, but we own up for them. It's just some of the mistakes that I've made are my mistakes, but in business, you could survive in business by being honest. Don't step over people because you never know where those people are going to be, and just be transparent. Anyone out there struggling, I feel you. It's not easy to struggle regardless of what you do. We all make mistakes. That's all I got to say.
Well, two people
Shut up, Disney. Shut up.
A few songs first.
Be quiet. I don't give a damn about this shit, motherfucker. He's right. All of that. Oh, God. He's right. The big corporations is honestly the real enemy. They're the reason why it's taken so long for us to get anywhere with Power Rangers. And it's also the reason why people have given up on Power Rangers. It's because of these corporations that still have their little fingers in what they think we want. And what they think we're going to buy. It's also partially the reason why a lot of us just turn to just Japanese-oriented stuff. It's not because we want to be Japanese. It's because of the fact that we can't trust these motherfuckers at this point. And he's right. If we want change, start with the wallets. But it just sucks. It really does suck. When I look back at a lot of the information that was put out about Power Rangers and how it was done, a lot of this shit could have been avoided. A lot of it could have been avoided. That goes without saying. in regards to Jason David Frank, in regards to David Yost, in regards to Austin St. John and what happened with him and the other two, Dai Trang and Zach, like, a lot of this could have been avoided. But they have this mindset where what they're doing is the right thing, and it's not. It's not. Again, not to say that I ever trusted Hasbro. They're just a toy company in my eyes. I don't give a damn what their whole deal is. I don't give a damn about them. I don't. Shoot, other than buying Power Ranger stuff, I don't buy anything else. The last things I'm probably gonna buy is the Megazord, Billy and Trini, but that's about it. That's on my mind. That's honestly about it. But my grievance doesn't go to the people that's working for Saban. It goes to the people that's in control. I mean, the people that not the people that's working for Hasbro or these other big corporations. It's the people who have their hands in on the stuff that we like, the stuff that we want to see progress. That's where my anger and frustration gets at. Not the people who make the toys, but the big wigs is what I should say. The guys in the suit and ties that just don't know business at all. Because if they did, Power Rangers would be at where it needs to be. I'm sorry. We shouldn't still have a problem with money in regards to production if they were doing the right thing. I'm sorry. I'm going for how I see it. Why did it take this long? Why has it taken this long? Yes, because of NDAs. Yes, because of this, that, and the third. It's no excuse. And I'm not faulting the actors. I'm faulting the people who had their hands in the cookie jar, so to speak. That shouldn't have had their hands in there. Literally treating their employees, their actors like crap. Underpaying them. Harassing them. You know? I'm glad I made it through this without crying. Because hearing his voice is doing something to my heart. It is. I'm not going to lie. I don't have any hatred towards the family or his wife. I don't. I just wish he was here. That's all I wish. I just wish the man was still here. Because I would have been right there with him saying to fuck these corporations. Because I know how hard he worked on that project. And I know how proud he was about that project. A lot of y'all know he posted stuff about the Legend of the White Dragon every chance he could, man. Every chance he could. Every chance he could, yo. Like, and it sucks. This is what happened. Anyway, I guess that's enough of me rambling. Let me know what y'all think about this. If you think I'm wrong, then prove me wrong in the comments for about what I said. Or if you have something else to say, feel free to. With that being said, this has been Master of Sakura. I'll see y'all next time. I'm out. Peace.